going to do recognition tonight.
Yeah.
First time for everything. I'm a little nervous. No? You're like a duck with, and the feathers, but then scrambling underneath, like looking good on top. And then what am I doing? Okay, anyways. So stand up if you invited a guest that's here tonight in our guest presentation room. Whoa! So far it's this side that seems to be overpowering, but we're going to ask, how many guests, Stephanie? Two? Awesome. Leslie?
We have three.
John?
One.
One?
Yeah.
Two?
It's been a while since we've been up here for guest count, and that's going to change. We're getting refocused to dedicating all of our energy to making sure we go out there and we share the best business opportunity in the world with people. I mean, think about it. If you were to just stack WFG against anything else, whether it's another job or another business opportunity, and in terms of value, return on investment of your time and energy, there's nothing that compares. So why are we shy about being able to share with everybody and anybody, right? Whether it be our warm market, sometimes it takes a little bit longer, so we've been really focused on getting back into our warm market, but hey, the business can't stop, right? So you got to do whatever you can to get immediate results, and sometimes that's going to be going to the cold market, sometimes just thinking outside of the box. Thankfully, I had some hobbies before the business, tennis, right? And I don't know, for some reason, being good at a sport gives you credibility in other areas of your life. People just trust me because I'm good at tennis. It's the strangest sensation in the world. But ironic. It's kind of ironic if you really think about it. It has nothing to do with business, and yet it's there, right? So, we were all good at other things in our lives. So if you were, go focus on those things, and naturally you'll attract the right people into your life and into your business, and that's what we need to refocus on. Hey, we realized this was the first BPM of September, and we wanted to start strong, and just go strong all the way through, because there's only 3 more. We're more than halfway done with Hawaii, and we're not quite on pace, so we got to pick up the pace so we can make sure we qualify for the first time. It's burning our butt not to get there, that we haven't gotten there, so we got to make sure we will, right? So thanks.
Awesome. Awesome, Wisely. Very inspiring, because your wife came up here during pregame and she was all excited and nervous about how you brought the guests, but she did say it's how you show up in one thing is how you show up in everything. So you guys are here are really good in tennis, and you just needed to just get back into that motion, but you're competitive, and then you're competitive in tennis, so you're competitive here. So how you show up in one, especially if you guys are in any sports, raise your hand if you're in any sports, in competitive sports in your life before, and it's how you show up here. So that's awesome. Love the competitiveness that you have within you to help families and to give the opportunity. That's an awesome example of how to do that. All right, stand up. So from last Wednesday to this Wednesday, stand up if you enrolled a new business partner into the business and got a code. Wow! Okay, let's start over in the back. One. One's the number. Who's going to break one? One. Come on. Our newest partner is Len and Alma, showing how it's done by bringing in 2 new business partners into the business. In your first, 10 days in the business? That's pretty amazing. That's pretty awesome. That's probably like a fast start, and it's coachable in alignment. So awesome. Great job. We are excited for you guys. And think about it too, being in your business, in your profession. Tell me your profession is Len and Alma, what you're doing on the day. You are our did you say county sheriff? So no messing around here.
I work for a plumbing company.
For a plumbing company?
Charge of operations.
in charge of operations. So leaders in their own right, right?
Yes.
So leaders in their own right, when they understand as professionals, with their, their joint income over 300,000, you think that when they look at this business opportunity and they see that this is a business opportunity and they understand, led by great leaders like Eric, that are able to communicate that they see the vision. Right? Isn't that amazing how we attract that identity, right? And we're able to share with everyone how this vision and how this strategy of our business is very important in growing our business. It's all about our mindset. So awesome job, you two. Proud of you guys. Number 3, out in the field. So from last Wednesday to this Wednesday, stand up if you were a trainer or a trainee that was out in the field across a kitchen table helping a family understand how financial planning works. Go ahead. Wow. Standing, if you were able to put the plan together, collect a check. All right. Great, great, great. And then I'm going to ask someone, and that's what I'm doing next. What am I doing next? Thank you, Jessica. To ask someone. So great. So let's go down the list and see what type of plans we put together, and what type of checks we put together. So we'll start over with, Alondra.
Alondra. 67 term split with Candy.
Awesome. Jeff?
I got a 145 nationwide with Raul and a 129 Everest with Mike.
45 term.
34 term split with Davis and 100 Ira, Rough Ira.
250 juvenile split with Abigail David. I have a 300 IUL with Johnny. I have a $100 Everest, $44 Everest, and a $36 term with Eric, and a we can afford dinner now.
He wasn't even there.
Yeah, wasn't even there, and a $50 IUL.
Talk about passive income. You walk in, you make money, Eric. You leave, you make money. You go fly, you make money. Oh,
We have a $75,000 rollover with Eric Jamalita.
Another one.
And then we have the 100 in mutual funds with Steph. And we have a 150 IUL with David Fisher.
250 IUL, 300 IUL, and 50.
Yeah!
So we have a $57 term, and then the 34 term with Steph, and then the 2 pair of $50 IULs that we split with Juan.
Yeah.
145 IOS split there. 175.
Who has the most? Wisely, come on up.
Who had the second most?
The second most? Oh, R2.
Len and
Three.
Yeah. No, Debbie.
four.
They had 4. You guys are SMPs.
Yeah, so.
Well, okay, it's fine. Alright. Just
Take credit.
like I said, we're just excited to get back in the field. We're field training new people, different people every day. I think it's great that we're starting to be able, it's great that Genesis Base Shop is getting so busy that appointments are being spread all over the place, right? Eric's getting split on business he doesn't even know was, closed. And that's a great problem to have. I mean, wouldn't you want to have a problem like that?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I have another 6 apps split with me I didn't even know about. Like, go make yourself an extra $2,000 or $3,000.
Yeah.
So that's just like the real main focus is being able to help as many families as we can get into the field. And I love being in the field. And if you don't love being in the field just because you haven't done it enough, once you really see the light bulb going off people's heads and you actually see that you see yourself bringing value to the family and a simple thing called hope, and they can start believing in their future again, that's probably the most exciting feeling in the world, right? So let's just get focused on helping people, and naturally we're going to get you guys up here too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
from last Wednesday to this Wednesday, you passed a test. And I don't mean a finals test. Darren! Test, Darren.
Accident and health.
Life and your health.
Right?
Now you can offer long-term care, which is so needed in our society today, and the biggest killer of our income when we don't understand what long-term care is. Awesome that you're able to do that, Darren. All right, Joy, stand up and broke the floor. Joy. Joy, very good, awesome. Recognition, any recognition? Any recognition? Fast Start Awards, promotions. I have one. Come on up here, Akari. You just got her first check, comma check. Two comma checks.
I was able to close my neighbor who they're in their 60s, they're getting ready to retire, and they didn't have life insurance or anything else. So I was able to roll over $400,000 into an annuity, into a nationwide annuity, and helping them with a financial person to help roll over the other $150 that they have left, so that I can network with the financial person.
I got some recognition, but it's a contest. It's a contest. You guys excited for a contest? Yeah. You guys fired up for a contest? Yeah. You guys write it down. Non-licensed people can qualify also. Okay, if you do 2 direct recruits. Okay, and 10,000 personal points in the month of September. Apps must be submitted in September, and it must total 10,000 personal points. Okay? Your SMDs and us and myself, we will take you to go race exotic cars. How many guys never drove a Ferrari before, or a Lamborghini or anything like that? Will you qualify for this? You will. Okay? 5 laps in Fontana. I have a buddy that owns the entire thing, okay? And we're going to go rent this place out, and we're going to have a blast. You'll be able to drive Porsches, McLarens, Ferraris, Lambos, you name it. It's a good time. We've done it once before, about 2 years ago, but we haven't done it since. I think it's time that we bring it back. Obviously, I'm a big car buff, and so sometimes, guys, it really helps if you get to reach out and touch your dream a little bit. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
So hopefully you understand what you're fighting for. It's a better life. It's a better quality life. So if you do that in the month of September, we're going to take you exotic car driving. Thank you.
All right. Awesome. I am super excited for that promotion. Hey, stand up if you're not licensed. Let me just kind of see if you don't have a license yet, and be proud. Oh, Joe's like, okay. Yeah, stand up if you don't have a license yet. All right, awesome. So would we say, guys, that this applies to you? Oh, remain standing. Remain standing. Everyone see this applies to you, right? So, this is not only, just maybe a contest or a little bit of a, a little carrot or something, but it means so much more. When you're looking at 10,000 personal points, that means helping families protect them, helping them understand how money works, saving their life from financial destruction. So getting out there in the crusade, getting out in the field and helping along with your trainer to do that this month is a challenge just for you guys, all right? And we're excited to give you that. So having said that, if you're not licensed, I'd like to ask when that test date is going to happen. So let's kind of go through. You should know already what date. You're like, I know I'm going to take my test on this date. So we'll start with the gentleman in the back, Joe. Yeah, that's you, Joe.
Probably within the next 2 weeks.
In the next 2 weeks. So what's the date in the next 2 weeks, Joe? September, yeah, let's see.
Not the 20th.
September.
Hold on.
Okay. You guys gotta know your dates.
I think I'll target it.
The 18th. 18th. So September 18th. So Jessica, can you help him? Yeah, you got it. Licensing coordinator over there. Jessica, can you help? Alex, licensing coordinator, right? You got it, right? September 18th. Awesome. Thank you, Joe. Go ahead and give your name again. I'm sorry.
Danielle.
Danielle, that's right. Danielle. How we doing, Danielle?
Pretty good.
Awesome.
The 10th.
The 10th. Awesome. Way to be focused, Danielle. Awesome. September 10th. Got it. Alma.
September 9th.
September 9th. Now we're getting competitive. See? It's going, I like this group. It's going from the 18th to the 10th. No. I'm looking at September 9th, right?
Mine, I know.
All right.
You're gonna say.
Aisha.
October 1st.
Aisha. Okay. October.
AYSHA.
AYSHA. Got it. October 1st. Okay, set, right? Jessica, we'll set that. Okay. And Fernanda.
November.
Ooh, let's get a little bit. Let's stay in this month. How are you? Let's shoot for it.
October 1st. Sure.
October 1st. Okay, got it. All right, so there you go. These are going to be our next licensed agents. But guess what? You guys still are qualifying for this, so that's a big deal. So while you're out studying your license, you're in the field, you're doing your training. By this time, by the time you guys get your license, you're already able to make some income. You know how everything works. You've done your internship here. That's what it's about. So it just happens to be that you get a little prize at the end. All right? So awesome, right? Okay, so let's, any other announcements or anything like that with September to remember? It's Life Insurance Month, right, Abigail?
Yes.
So, are we putting it on our Instagram? Are we putting it out there in the universe? Are we having conversations with it? This is the time where we realize, who do we know doesn't have insurance, because we don't want to be stuck in that kind of predicament when it happens, right? I'll tell you a quick story. One of my really dear friends of mine who was in the business, she was a realtor, and she opened up $1 million policy with long-term care and an IUL, a $350,000 IUL with long-term care. And she just has no retirement, so she wanted that IUL for her retirement. So she paid into it for about 3 or 4 months, and then she was diagnosed with cancer. And she was 33 at the time. And what happened was, because she had already set up her long-term care, and her when she found out that she had cancer, she was diagnosed at stage 4. So being diagnosed at stage 4, if you know anyone in the medical field, you can't get any more chemo, right? Because you're at stage 4 already. So City of Hope declined her. So she needed to figure out a way, how is she going to get treatment? So she went to Mexico, where they have a lot of these organic spas. I don't know if you heard about that, where they do all these juicing and everything, and it was $25,000 a month cash to do that, to room and board her. So guess where she got her money? From her policy. From her policy. And now, because that $1 million, she was able to get out her policy, even though she just paid into it less than 6 months. Because of that death benefit, she was able to take out money because she was in a terminal illness state. And so she was able to extend her life even more, and then she went into terminal illness, where she was able to get 90% of the $1 million, which 90% of $1 million is $900,000. So in the meantime, while she was going through all of that treatment, and she was coming home, her husband, do you think her husband could work during that time?
No.
And he had literally stopped, but that's what helped them pay the bills. And they were able to spend time with each other. And then her final wish was, the remaining part of the life insurance was to open up orphanages in Indonesia. So that's what she did. So now there's a name, there's an orphanage in Indonesia with her name on it, and she eventually passed away. But this is just because it being September to remember of Life Insurance Month. I want you to understand, this is more than just making money. This is more than just, building a business. It's really helping the souls of our family that need us. And a lot of people will say, I don't need life insurance, like Filipinos, we don't need life insurance, you just want me to die? Is that what you want? I mean, we think of it culturally, like, how does your family think of life insurance, right? And whenever we mention life insurance, they're like, you just want me to die? Just push me on the side of the road, I don't need to be, you just get all that, you get all that weirdness, right? But our my mother and father-in-law didn't even want to talk to us, and we're senior marketing directors about life insurance. It was only when our daughter Gabby went up to Grandma and Grandpa and said, hey, I'd like to take a look at your final expenses, and they were willing to help her because she used the script, I need your help, right? You'd help me out, won't you? And of course, we're like, of course we will, and they signed up, and now they're telling all of their Grandma and Grandpa friends about Final Expense Everest. So go figure, they won't let the daughter or the son take care of them, but the granddaughter somehow has the pull. So just leverage, and this is Life Insurance Awareness Month. Make sure your family's protected. Make sure your close ones are protected. Because if they are not, and you're in this business, you're going to be also one of them to regret it. Okay? All right. Awesome. Yes, there's a story to share.
Or just add something too. So not only did they open up a school in Indonesia, but the WFG Charitable Foundation actually 100% matched it and opened a second one. So
Yes, that's right. WFG Foundation matched. Matched. That's awesome. That's right. And it was, I don't know if you knew that, but it was 2 convention ago, and it was on the convention reel. So it was yes.
Yeah.
That was awesome. It was really touching. So anyways, knock on wood, right? For everyone, right? But end of the day, that's our crusade. All right. So having said that, let's break out for some classes, all right? Are we ready to learn? Okay. Orientation. If this is your first time back, so you went into that room, and now you're like, what is this? What is the whoosh? What are these crazy people doing? They're all whooshing around, you know, very positive. You're going to go drink the Kool-Aid. No, I'm just kidding. Stand up. Put you in a room. No, so stand up. Stand up if you're first time back. Stand up if you're first time back. And Jeff, well, you're doing orientation? Yeah?
I'm gonna have to do it.
You're doing orientation?
Orientation was
What's Jeff?
Okay, Captain.
And now it's going to be
Okie.
Oak. Go stand up on Oak. Great orientation. Awesome. All right, I promise there's no Kool-Aid there. I promise, okay? Darn it. All right. If you're not yet licensed, haven't been out, or you haven't been out, or you haven't been out in the field, you still need to learn the scripts. Let's be honest, right? You shouldn't be in this main training room. So you want to know the scripts and how we approach and contact people, what we talk about, how we're able to share our mission. Stand up if you're going to our scripts class, because it's going to be given by our trainer tonight, Abigail. Woo! And guess what? When I first got started, go right, Joe, go for it. Go for it, Kari. When I first got started in the business, I went to orientation at least 10 times, scripts at least 10 times, every class at least 10 times. Why? Because I'm a slow learner. And I didn't, even though I came from a bank, I didn't know the lingo of WFG. I didn't want to bring my system into here. I wanted to learn the system. So, hey, this is an opportunity for any of you right now that are like, you know what? I haven't been out in the field last week. I got to refine my skills. Go for it. Go over there and go with Abigail and drill, practice, rehearse it out so you can make your calls for this week. The next class, this is an exciting class. I want to go to this one. I won't see you won't see me in main training. But this one is Fast Start, the Fast Start class. And this is going to be given by our awesome Nanette. Oh, compensation. Darn it! I was like, I'm coming to your class. Compensation. All right, it says Fast Start. Where does this say? Okay, it's compensation.
Yeah, compensation.
Compensation. All right. Well, of course. Well, of course you're going to learn from Nana. She's the one that just made $35,000 with her husband. Learn how to get paid. All right, go ahead.
Okay, see if anybody has. If not, just come back.
Yeah, anyone who wants to learn how to make $30,000? I do. Go. In 1 month, huh? Who knows it like the back of their hand? If I picked on you right now, you'd be like, I'd be like, how do you get paid? And you can tell me right now, you can stay in this class. But if you can't, like if I go like this and go, okay, give me the 4 ways you get paid, you can't say it. Go see Nana right now. I won't look, promise. Right? There you go. Awesome, John. Right? Like I went to compensation 10 times because I couldn't figure it out, you know. So, I mean, that's a reality check. I'm humble enough to say that, even though I came from a bank, even though I was this, that, I was like, you know what? I gotta learn this system, I gotta learn the words of the business. So, I'm gonna drill, practice, rehearse until it gets done. All right, so this is where the big boys and the big girls are. So, you know, I get the privilege of bringing up our main trainer for this evening. Will you please stand up and give a round of applause? Everyone move forward. Everyone move over and fight for the And if you had a guess, sorry, okay, teach me. If you had a guess, fight for your front right now. Fight for the front. Go ahead and fight for the front. You had a guess? Priority is going for the front if you had a guess. And then which one? And if you